Hey, what's up guys, it's Fury here and welcome to my Assassination Rogue guide for 5.4. I'm going to talk about the main spells. It's just a beginner guide for anyone looking to play Assassination. These are your core spells. You've got Mutilate, Rupture, Slice and Dice, Envenom and Dispatch. I'll talk about them later in more detail. For now, I'm going to go through the talents. In Tier 1, Shadow Focus is the one you probably want to take. What this lets you do is, like, every 2 minutes and at the start of a fight you get a free or almost free Mutilate, which while stealth. I'll talk about why every 2 minutes in a minute when I talk about cooldowns and stuff, but anyway, on the next tier there's no impact of DPS no matter what you take, so you just want to take Nerve Strike or Combat Readiness. Usually Combat Readiness most of the time just because it's a defensive cooldown, Nerve Strike if you need to stun anything. So that's that. On the next tier, Elusiveness, when you need to use Feint a lot, and Legion Poison can be used, and Cheat Death also can be used. You know, if you need to soak something, Cheat Death can be useful. Anyway, on the next tier, Shadowstep is probably the best one. It's most useful because Burst of Speed is alright, but Shadowstep instantly gets you to where you want to be. And you also get a bit of a movement speed increase anyway. Cloak and Dagger isn't useful in PvE at all. On the next tier, Paralytic Poison is good when you got to fight lots of adds, and Prey on the Weak is really useful if you need to stun. If you need to stun adds, can be useful. No wait, Paralytic Poison useful when you need stun adds, and Prey on the Weak can be poison. Yeah, both of them when you're fighting lots of adds, and Prey on the Weak is useful when you need stun adds. So there we go. Anyway, on the next tier, this is Anticipation is the best one. Mark to Death is also useful. It's good in a fight if there's loads of adds, like Horadon, for example, if the adds aren't going to stay alive for long. What Anticipation lets you do, it lets you store more than the maximum of 5 combo points. So if you use, I'll show you right now. So there we go, that's 6 right there, because you can see the 5 and the blue means I've got, like if I use that, I still have one left. Anyway, so they're the talents that are best suited for PvE. There's lots of situational talents for rogues, but anyway, the glyphs I like to use Cloak of Shadows and Feint. Feint's good because Feint will be used a lot in encounters with AoE, and Cloak of Shadows lets you take less damage when you use it. Anyway, this one here is the only one you're gonna need to get, which increases the duration of Vendetta, which is your main cooldown, but it decreases the damage bonus by 5%, which the 10 seconds is worth it. Now, if you can't hit the target for the whole, I think it's 30 seconds, then it lasts, 30 seconds, then you don't want to take that glyph. So yeah, they're the glyphs. Anyway, now go for the stat priority. First main stat is agility, and then you go for your hit and expertise cap, which is 7.5% for each. I have excess hit because of this trinket here. It gives me quite a lot of hit, and I can't get any less than 10%. And then it's poison. Not poison. It's mastery because it increases your poison damage. Then it's haste because you get extra energy regen and attack speed, and then it's crit. Anyway, so over here you can see I've got some cooldowns, and I've got lots of utility spells for rogues. I'll go through the cooldowns first. Redirect lets you transfer any combo points from one target to another. Like, let's see. There we go. And then there are now. Wait, no, the wrong ability. Where is the keybind for redirect? It's that. It's different from my other spec. Alright, so yeah, as you can see there, it put them on. It put it up from one target to the other. And then you have Shadow Blades, which deals a bit of damage. All attacks deal more damage, and you also have a chance to generate more combo points when you use your abilities. You have Vanish, this is what I was on about before, when every 2 minutes you get a free Mutilate, because you can Vanish and you can use Mutilate. If Mutilate is supposed to be on that cooldown right there, on that bind right there, but this is my stealth bar at the moment, and I'm using this for guide purposes. Anyway, Vendetta marks your target for death and increases damage done to that target by 25%, and that's really good. That's your main cooldown. Like I said before, it lasts longer if you have that glyph, and it's 30% extra damage if you don't have that glyph. But the extra 10 seconds is worth the 5% damage that you don't get. Anyway, so preparation, what it does is it immediately finishes the cooldown of your sprint, vanish, evasion, and dismantle. They're all utility cooldowns, but that's a good cooldown anyway. Anyway, so here you have Tricks of the Trade, which is kind of like misdirect for hunters. It gives threat that you use it on an ally, and then all the threat you do gets transferred to them for the next 10 seconds. Is it 10 seconds? 6 seconds. Dismantle is a disarm, basically. Recuperate is a really good utility spell for rogues. It's basically a heal. How much is it healing? 16k is really useful for raiding. It's like it does a lot over a fight. Like, you know, if you don't want to keep it up because it's the lowest DPS, but if you need to keep it up, then you're gonna have to keep it up. But anyway, Shroud of Concealment. It's probably not gonna be used in raids that much, but it basically will make everyone stealthed. You can't really do it in combat, can you? So, you know, you probably won't be using it in a fight, but you know, it's still a nice spell. Cheap Shot and Killing Shot are your stuns. You have 2 stuns. They can be useful for multiple things. Alright, Smoke Bomb. What this does is it lets you take less damage when for the people stood inside it, 20% less damage. It also stops certain abilities from affecting the raid. Like there is a fight. Let's have a look. I know it's in this one. The Council of Elders. This fight here. This guy does a spell that does something on you, and if you stood inside the smoke bomb, it won't hit you. Sprint is a speed increase. Sap is a CC. You probably won't be able to use that in a raid either, because yeah, it requires you to be stealth. It also requires the target to not be in combat. Isn't that right? No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Shiv is it okay cooldown? It gets rid of enrages, and it also puts the poison, like, also has a chance to, like, increases the chance to put poison on target, so that's good. Gouge is CC. Feint is the thing I talked about before. Let's take less damage from AoE effects. Garrote is a silence, which you probably could use that because you could vanish and you could use it then. That would be good if you need a silence. Evasion increases your dodge chance by 100% for 10 seconds. Cloak of Shadows. It gets rid of a lot of spell effects. It also makes you immune to magical damage. And with the glyph, it lets you take 40% less damage. Blind is another CC. It's kind of like polymorph. It's, you know, blind, disorientates your target for up to a minute. So yeah, there are your cooldowns and utility spells as a rogue, as Assassination Rogue. Anyway, so for now, I'm going to go through the single target and multi-target rotation. For single target, you want, for your combo point builders, you want to use Dispatch when your target is lower than 35%, and when you get a proc. I think it's called Blindside, the proc. Let's have a look if I can find that. Yeah, Blindside. Performing successful Mutilate has a 50% chance of leaving you advantageous position, enabling a single use of Dispatch with no energy cost regardless of the enemy's target's health, which is kind of nice. Dispatch does more damage. It does a little bit more damage. It costs just almost half less energy. You only rolls one combo point, but it's worth using because it does more damage. Anyway, and then Mutilate is the other one you want to use if the target isn't below 35%, or you don't have that proc. Anyway, for finishing moves, what you want to do is you want to apply and maintain Slice and Dice, which you can do that by using it once. Right, let me show you. Let's see. So the Mutilate, Slice and Dice. Now, if I Mutilate and then I Envenom, it will reset the duration of Slice and Dice. It also puts it to the full duration, so even if you use Slice and Dice with 2 combo points, if you use Envenom, it'll put it up to as if you used it with 5 combo points. But basically, as long as you're Envenoming enough, then you will be able to keep it up. And then you also want to apply and maintain Rupture with 5 combo points. That's just a dot that you put on target. It also, let's have a look. Is it this thing? Nope. I can't remember what the name of the passive is. But each time Rupture or Garrote deals damage to an enemy that you have poisoned, you have a 75% damage to deal additional damage and regain 10 energy. So the more, like, if you got Rupture up, you might get energy back, which is really nice. So and then if you've got those things up, you just want to use Envenom with 5 combo points. If you need to refresh Slice and Dice, if it's going to run out before you get to 5 combo points, you want to use Envenom with however many combo points you've got, just to keep up Slice and Dice, because that is really important. The attack speed is really important as a rogue, for poisons and stuff. Alright, so for multi-target, 2 or 3 targets, you just want to mutilate or dispatch, depending on enemy's health and procs and stuff, to apply deadly poison. Rupture on all targets, 3 or more combo points. So basically, let me show you what I mean. So you want to get to 3, you put it on that target, and I got a proc, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to do that. So, and then they all have rupture on, and then you go back to this target, and you'll refresh it again. And once they all have rupture on them on themselves, you then want to just carry on with the single target rotation if you get time to do that. But as you can see there, I would get a lot of energy back from that because of 3 ruptures anyway. So for any more than that, for 4 to 7 targets, you want to keep deadly poison up with Fan of Knives, rupture on as many targets as you can with 3 or more combo points, and then Envenom with 5 combo points. Slice and Dice is probably useful to keep up in these situations as well, but it's probably not as important since your poisons do most of the damage at this point, like an AoE situation. Anyway, for 8 or more targets, you want to just spam Fan of Knives and Envenom to spend your combo points basically. You would probably also want to keep up Slice and Dice because it's really easy to keep up because you can just use Envenom to refresh the duration. So and that's it for the rotation. And gems and enchants. And for gems, you want, in the red sockets, you want either delicate gem or a glinting gem. A delicate is 160 agility, a glinting gem is 80 agility and 160 hit. In a yellow socket, if the bonus isn't going to give you 60 agility, you just want to put 160 agility gem in there. But if it is going to give you 60 or more bonus agility, you want to put an adept gem in there, which is 160 mastery and 80 agility. Now in the blue sockets, you just want a glinting gem, which, as I said before, is 80 agility and 160 hit. And for enchants, you would want to get the shoulder enchant from Inscription, the 200 agility and 100 crit one. Crit or hit on your back, depending on what you need. I don't need the hit, as I explained before. On your chest, you want 8 stats. Plus 80 to all stats. On your wrists, you want 180 agility. On your gloves, you want 170 mastery. You want the belt buckle for your belt to give you an extra gem. For your legs, you want 285 agility and 165 crit. And for your boots, you want you can either go for blade speed, which is, I think it's like 140 haste, I think, or and minor speed increase. It might be agility actually. No, you can get an agility one, yeah. But I got the 140 mastery one. I think I didn't want to pay that much for the enchant because this was just an alt at the time. Anyway, for your weapons, you want dancing steel in both. So that's it for the first part of the guide. There are a few macros that I would put in the description. A lot of these are just PvP. Some of them are PvP ones, some of them are not, so I won't go through them. The ones that are useful for raiding as a assassination, I'll put in the description. I'll also be doing another guide, part 2 to this. It'll be me doing a raid boss, going into the single target rotation more, and show you how to play a rogue in a raid situation. So look out for that, and if this guide helped, leave a like, and thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in part 2.